For the community. Inspire Radio.
Welcome back, guys. This is Jack from Keeping Up with Jack and Ali. On our show, we are very much missing Ali. He is skydiving today, which is very exciting. I am here with my third and final guest, Dr. Craig.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for coming. I've had quite a lot of mayoral candidates on today. Well, yeah, I have today, but I have altogether. I've had 3 out of 6
That's
so
not
far.
bad.
Yep. No worries. So I've got a couple of questions for you today.
Go ahead.
And the first one is, voting in the local government elections is not compulsory. Why do you think people should vote?
That's a very good question. This is the only level of government where it's not compulsory, and I guess you could make an argument either way, that some people think we all ought to get out and force folk to vote. Other people think it should only be those who are actually interested in what's going on. Look, basically, we spend an awful lot of your money. We raise a fair old bit in rates, and the only chance you've really got to influence how that money's spent and where it goes is to vote once every couple of years for the council.
That's a really good answer. Yep. I like how you're just straightforward. We spend your money.
We do.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I'd rather we spent less of it in some ways, but that's one of the battlegrounds, I guess, for this election.
Yep, definitely. I'm glad you're not spending my money because I'm too young to pay tax. No.
That will end very shortly, Jack.
Yeah, I know. I don't get paid enough to pay tax, so I'm actually quite. Actually, no, I do want to get paid more, so that's not quite good. Yep, no worries. My second question for you is, you are running for the mayoral position, am I right?
You are right.
Yes. If elected, what is the first thing you want to do?
This will sound a little bit strange, but I said this in one of my videos. I want us to be a modern, forward-looking council. And so the first thing I'm going to do, if elected mayor, is issue instructions that we are doing away with your worship as a title. It's medieval, it's pointless, it is so outdated as not to be funny anymore. Having everyone sort of tugging for locks and yes, your worship, no, your worship. No. First things first, if I get elected, Mr. Mayor will do just fine.
Awesome. I didn't understand what that meant. Can you please elaborate?
Look, the mayor has traditionally been known as your worship.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Now, I've known a lot of judges who were honourable and, deserve to be called Your Honour. I don't think, and some of the mayors have been friends of mine in the past, but I don't think I've actually met a mayor who was worshipful. Yeah. I think the days of building altars and bowing down are probably past us. So, look, it is a small thing, but I think it'll help to set the tone for the new council that we're a forward-looking, modern organisation, that we're not tied up in the past, and that we're not putting somebody up on a pedestal.
Yeah. I agree. That is some really good words. Sorry, I'm really tired right now, but that is, I really like that response. A+ from me, sir. As you know, I am 14 years old, 15 and 19 days.
Not that you're counting.
Not that I'm counting. My phone is for me. And I can't vote, but I'm very much a big part of the City of Rockingham community. Are there any plans for people my age that you would like to share?
Look, we're always looking at ways to engage with the whole community, regardless of age. And it's really important that you guys let us know what facilities you feel you need going forward. Yep. I mean, I know it's not that long since we opened up new skate parks and the like.
Yep.
Now, whether we need more of those in different areas, it's always difficult to tell. New sporting facilities, we're working on the Baldivis Sports Centre, so that'll come online in the next. I don't even want to give you a date for the build, but I know it's going ahead, because it's important that we give people the opportunity to come together as a community.
Definitely.
But also to keep young rapscallions off the street as well, Jack. We don't want you. We don't want you running around all night.
Yeah, well, I've got this place, so I don't have to worry about that. But other people might. Yes.
So yeah, look, it's important that we have a broad range of options there. Be it sporting facilities, be it outdoor rec options, be it libraries for those of you who want to snuggle up with a book instead.
Sounds great. Yeah, I always like snuggling up with a great audiobook. Who do you think, if you don't get elected mayor, would be the best candidate for the mayoral position?
Wow, Jack, that's a difficult one.
It's a loaded question because
Now, look, we're coming out of the woodwork. There are 6 candidates now, as you said. I think you've spoken to at least 3 of us. I'm sure you'll try and get some of the other ones in the next few days.
Yeah.
And we all come from slightly different perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm going to name a name because obviously my main focus is to get myself across the line. You know, not blowing my own trumpet. I honestly think after the last 2 years and having delivered on all the promises I came in to deliver on 2 years ago, that I honestly do think I'm well positioned to take on that role. If I don't get it, suffice to say, I would hope it's someone with experience.
Yeah.
I would hope it's someone who listens to the community. And I would hope that it's someone who wants to take Rockingham forward. Now, I'm sure in one degree or another, all of my competitors would claim that they aspire to very much the same thing. So, look, if the people of Rockingham decide to put their trust in someone else, then I'll throw my weight behind that successful candidate as I continue on council, and hopefully we can all work together.
Awesome, that's great to hear. Perfect. If you don't get elected, this is a very similar question. Who do you think will win? Like, who has a better chance?
You're being very negative about my possibilities here, Jack.
Oh, don't worry. I've done it to all of you.
You've done this to everyone.
It's the perfect thing because I actually can't vote, so I'm not biased.
Look, my suspicion is the sitting councillors probably have more of a chance, not only because they know the council, but because they've been there for a number of years. So they have a certain level of community name recognition.
Definitely.
You know, people are used to seeing us sitting there and debating everything from the Cat and Dog Act through to new road changes and what have you. So I would think it would more than likely go to a sitting councillor.
Yeah.
Which one of those sitting councillors is pretty much anybody's guess. I think I suspect it's going to be a very tight race.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Now, my last question, until I think of more, is when you get elected, if and when you get elected.
I'm liking this better.
Yeah, you're liking this better. What can you do for IPL Radio, your favourite local community radio station?
Look, I've been thinking about it for the last couple of weeks because, as you know, I've been on for a couple of you're my 3rd interview on the radio so far, and I've got another one lined up next week with Tristram.
Oh, cool.
So, look, I'm becoming a lot more familiar with what you guys do in here.
Yep.
As you know, as you probably know, one of the main roles for the mayor is to be the spokesperson for the city.
Definitely.
And one of the things I've always done as a councillor has been to try to put as much information out into the public sphere as I can.
Yeah.
So every month, just before a council meeting, I'll put out a video that'll tell you in about 5 minutes what's on the agenda, what are the key button issues, as it were.
Actually, I think I've seen one of those videos because I had to find a photo for your little poster thing.
Yeah.
And I saw a couple of those. Yeah.
I mean, look, there are a good chance the agenda can be 20 pages, 30 pages long sometimes. Yeah. So nobody's going to wade through all of that. So if I can put it out there in 5 minutes and say to people, look, this is what's coming up. If you're interested, come along. This is how quick I think it'll be. This is how complicated. And then just after the meeting, I do something similar where I go on for 3 or 4 minutes and I just tell you what has actually happened at the meeting. Now, coming back to you, you're sitting there going, he's waffling away, where's the answer to my question?
Oh, no, it's perfect.
The answer to your question is coming up because I honestly think there's a role for the mayor to come in on a regular basis and use Inspire and help Inspire to actually put that information out there.
Yeah.
So, I'd like to see whoever wins, but certainly if I win, I'd like to have a chat to management, see if we can get a short, regular spot where the mayor can come on and tell people exactly what's happening, open things up for discussion, take questions maybe, who knows.
That's true.
So, yeah, look, I think it could be a good synergy between the two groups.
Yep, definitely. I think that whoever gets it deserves a little button on our little button machine so they can say,
for the community, Inspire Radio.
Except it could be Mr. Doctor. This is Mr. Dr. Craig at Inspire Radio.
I'm sure we could come up with something. I say it would be a good opportunity for the two organisations to work together, and it wouldn't cost the ratepayers any money.
Exactly. Perfect. Yep. I am thinking about more questions, but how has your campaigning been going at the moment?
Look, it's not been bad. I think we're all frantically trying to get the last of our leaflets out before the rain comes in tomorrow, because next week's going to be pretty wet. But also, of course, the ballot papers arrived a little bit earlier than we thought.
Oh, really?
So most of you should have your ballot papers by now.
Oh.
If you haven't, I'd say, Monday's a public holiday, but maybe on Tuesday give the city a call, because I know you can register to get extra.
Well, I can't. But
You can't, but eligible electors can call the city if they haven't received their papers.
Definitely.
And then the trick is going to be to get those turned around. So, yeah, this is an important weekend for all the candidates getting their information out. We're told at least that most people vote within the first week.
Oh, really?
So, those who are intending to vote will generally turn their papers round within 5 or 6 days.
Yeah.
So some of those came out on Monday. So, we're getting to that 5 or 6 day mark.
Yeah, definitely.
Public holiday coming up. So I would reckon there'll be an awful lot turned around. And if you haven't sent yours off, please think about it, because, it takes time to get those in to the city ahead of the count.
Definitely. Awesome. So, if you had a show at Inspire Radio, what would the name be? This isn't going to be politics anymore. This is going to be random questions.
Oh,
I want to ask you.
Can we go with Doctor in the House?
That's a good one. That is a good one. Yeah. Now, have you ever thought about letting Inspire Radio, with the government's money, with the council's money, buy the shopping centre?
Truthfully, no. That hasn't occurred to me. I know you did mention it to me off radio a couple of minutes ago. I'm not sure either of us are in the right line of business for that. The trick is we all need to do what we do well, Jack.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's the city's role, and I doubt it's Inspire Radio's role to go running shopping centres. That said, if you can get an occasional desk in there for live broadcasts, I'm sure they'd be happy to help you out.
Well, that's awesome. Would you be able to help with that if you got elected?
I'm happy to put a word in. I mean, I know they work with a lot of charities who get desks in there a couple of times a year so that they can promote themselves. I don't see why they couldn't do some... I think I've seen Inspire do some on-site stuff in other shopping centres, have I?
Yeah, didn't we do Kwinana? Yeah, we did Kwinana Shopping Centre a couple of weeks ago before the live stream.
Well, look, it's always good to tell the guys here, look, Kwinana helped us out. How do you fancy coming to the party?
Idea. I will happily be the showman for that one.
And you haven't got very far to go.
No. Yeah, my show is pretty great, isn't it? Our show, Ali and I, Ali's not here at the moment, he's skydiving, can you believe it? Our show is Keeping Up with Jack and Ali. We're like the Kardashians, but we're better.
Right.
Yeah.
We have jokes in our house that I can't tell the difference between Kardashians and Cardassians. It's a Star Trek thing, but sometimes I think the necks look very similar on both.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming in.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
Awesome, thank you. I look forward to... I will hopefully be here on Wednesday and be in the audience giving you questions.
No worries. I'll look forward to it.
Yep, awesome. Are you excited to see all your other... all the other candidates?
We know each other quite well. There'll be no great surprises in there. As I said to you, 4 of us are on council, and the other 2 are fairly well known.
Well, so. Yeah, the other 2 are just wild cards, aren't they? They're just randomly...
Oh, look, they are and they aren't. I mean, they both stood before, so they have a little bit of experience there, and I know Jack stood for other things. So yeah, it'll be interesting to get us all in the same room and see what different answers you get to the questions.
Awesome. I'm very excited.
Well, look forward to seeing you then.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.
Do you have any song requests or anything?
Oh, no, you sprung that one on me.
I've sprung that one on you. The hardest question of the whole show.
I tell you what, why don't it's all about the people. Why don't you play something you want to hear?
Oh, that's my whole show, though. Let's go... I'm trying to look through other people's song list thingies, and I know nothing, so... Let's go Rusty, Touch Too Much. Oh no, Thunderstruck. That's better.
Sounds
I know
good.
that one. Random rock and roll in a pop culture show, but that's alright. Let's go Thunderstruck by Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Thank you so much for coming in, Dr. Craig.
Thanks, Jack.
Awesome. And I will be back after these songs.